Live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School, this is Rock Ridge Rundown.
Good afternoon, I'm Jack, this is Connor, and this is your Rock Ridge Rundown. Rock Ridge Rundown is your weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We will broadcast live every Friday at 2:50 p.m. Today is Friday, January 16th, and we hope your day is going well. We have several stories to get to this afternoon, so let's get right into it.
This week at Rock Ridge High School, it is currently the last week of quarter two, or also known as the end of the first semester. This week, students are wrapping up their first semester with semester finals and exams. Many students this week will also be getting ready for their next semester classes, such as trying to figure out where and when they have each of their classes. For the rest of the school year, some students liked their first semester, but others may not have as much. Here's Gavin with Zach.
Am I here? Is that sure yet? All right, Zach, I got two questions for you today. Okay, so how would you say your first semester went?
It went pretty good. I think I have pretty good grades for the first semester, so yeah, I liked it. It went good.
Okay. So what are you looking forward to in your next semester?
Just new teachers, new people I get to meet because I'm gonna have new classes. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gavin and Zach. We are all looking forward to the second semester of the school year.
College and school and advanced placement classes, also known as CIS and AP classes, were the subject of a parent informational night this past Wednesday. In this informational night, students and staff went over how Rock Ridge students can sign up for college in the school and advanced placement classes. This was set up by the National Honor Society to educate both students and parents about the CIS and AP courses. The students that should sign up for AP and CIS classes are any students that want to get college credits early for free and that want to push themselves to achieve new heights in their schoolwork. What we have up next is an interview with Mr. Manny about the college and school and advanced placement classes parent informational night. What are AP and CIS classes?
Well, AP stands for Advanced Placement. What that means is that at the end of the course, you have to take a nationally normed test, and if you score high enough, you get college credit. College in the schools means we are working with universities so that when you take a college in the schools class, you get college credit for it, either through Lake Superior College or Minnesota North right now.
What will the informational night be covering?
They're going to be covering how do you become part of Rock Ridge University, why you should choose Rock Ridge University as a choice with all the options out there. And I'll give you a prime example. One of them is with students. Colleges right now are seeing trouble with students that are taking all online classes. So if you come to Rock Ridge University, you're going to be able to learn to take in-person classes, because when you go to college, you're going to be taking in-person classes.
Who do you think should attend the meeting?
I think students, I think parents, I think anybody who's interested in taking advantage of all the stuff we have to offer here at Rock Ridge High School.
Who's going to be leading the meeting?
All our college in the schools teachers and our National Honor Society and all our staff who teach our college in the schools and AP classes.
Thank you, Mr. Manny.
Next Tuesday, the Rock Ridge Orchestra will be going to Hermantown to perform their ensembles. There will be a main chamber orchestra of about 25 people and many smaller groups. The chamber orchestra will be performing Heart of Fire by Lauren Burkowski and Allegro from Concerto Grosso Opera 6, number 1 by George Frederick Handel. The smaller ensembles will be performing their choice of pieces with a grand total of roughly 20 smaller groups. Here we have Mrs. Wilcox to tell us more about these groups.
How many different groups are participating this year?
I have 5 different groups that are participating. I have some duets, trios, quartets, a miscellaneous ensemble. Well, that's more than 5. I have violin solo and cello solo, and then the chamber orchestra.
How do you think the class is going to do overall?
I think they're going to do well. We've been preparing for a couple of months, and I think that we've got a really good chance of getting a superior rating at contest this year.
The ensembles will all be graded on account of how well they did based on multiple categories. There are 8 different categories, each worth up to 5 points, with a max total score of 40 possible points. You're allowed to watch if you just want to hear some orchestral music or to cheer on your friends. We have full confidence that all groups will do well, and we wish them luck.
Knowledge Bowl had a meet this week on Tuesday, January 13th, at the Mountain Iron Co-op. The team didn't get many practices in before going into their first meet of the season, but they still ended up doing well. They placed 4th overall, and their best event was writing, where they got 3rd. The team thinks there are a few things they can do to polish up to become more successful when competing against other schools. Now we'll go to Clark Johnson and Mr. Conger for more information about the Knowledge Bowl and a recap on the meet.
I'm here today with Mr. Conger. We're going to talk about the Knowledge Bowl meet that happened this Tuesday. Some key takeaways from the meet.
Key takeaways I thought is that we can compete with anybody else. The written score for our top team was really good. I think they came in 2nd or 3rd with the written round, so that shows on paper they know just as much as anybody else. So I thought that was a key takeaway. We just got to get a little faster on the buzzers. You got to buzz in quick, and that's part of the game. Part of the gamesmanship is know when to buzz in and when not to.
You already said about buzzing in, but what else can the team improve on for next time?
I know the team themselves said they kind of struggled with a lot of the English questions and literature questions and grammar, and that's definitely not one of my strong suits. So, and they said the same with them. So maybe focusing a little bit more on our English skills could help us in future meets.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clark and Mr. Conger. After this short break, we will be back with your weekend forecast.
Good afternoon, Rock Ridge. Today it is going to be cloudy with a high today of 26 degrees and the low is going to be 8 degrees. Tomorrow is again going to be cloudy with a high of 8 degrees and a low of -6 degrees. On Sunday the 18th, it's going to be a cloudy with a high of 10 degrees and a low of -10 degrees. On Monday the 19th, it is going to be a cold one with a high of only -4 and a low of a frigid cold -15 degrees. Also on Monday, it's going to be cloudy for most of the day. On Tuesday the 20th, it's going to be cloudy, but we warm back up in a little bit with the single digits with a high of 5 degrees and a low of being -13 degrees. On Wednesday the 21st, we will stick with a theme of clouds and a high of 5 degrees and a low of -5 degrees. And on Thursday the 22nd, we'll still be seeing clouds hanging around town with a high of 13 and a low of -7. Students, it's going to be a cold one next week, so make sure to dress appropriately for the weather. That's all we have for this week. After this break, we'll be back with Coach's Corner.
And now for Sports with Tom.
What's up, Rock Ridge sports fans? I'm Playbook Pete, and this is your week's Rock Ridge sports. Tuesday the 13th, the boys and girls varsity alpine ski team made their way to Spirit Mountain in Duluth. Racers were faced with a new ski run by Spirit Mountain, giving them a long, windy, hairpin trail to race down. The first run was an icy and bumpy ride with a lot of twists and turns, but by the time the second run came around, the snow was put in better conditions after all the traffic from the runs before. With over 160 contestants in this race, our very own Eli Bird broke the top 10 and landed at 7th place. Our ski team will be racing again this Saturday at Giants Ridge. We wish them all good luck as they head to their second race of the week. This past weekend, our boys hockey team took a road trip to Bemidji to take on the Lumberjacks. This game was last Saturday as the boys participated in the 2-on-8 showdown at the Sanford Center. The Wolverines started out hot with a 2-0 lead with a goal from senior and St. Cloud commit Kaz Carlson and junior John Westby. Entering the third period, the Wolverines had the lead by 1, where they then buried 2 goals, one from sophomore Jackson Bardovich and the other from sophomore Grant Dimberio. The Wolverines would not be able to keep their lead of 2 as the Lumberjacks ended up scoring 2 more of their own to cut the lead to 1, where the game would end with a final score of 5-4 in the Wolverines' favor. When asked what the team succeeded with in this game, senior Colton Bielke said, "I think we did good on getting the puck deep into their zone and forechecking hard." Our Wolverines basketball team had an overnight trip in the cities last Friday against Providence Academy. Our boys had been looking forward to both the game and the experience. Unfortunately, the Wolverines lost in a brutal 42-81 score. Although they weren't able to win, many players were still excited to have a fun time with the team in the cities. The basketball team also had a game on Wednesday against the Cloquet Lumberjacks at home. The Wolverines would end up with an 86-65 win in a great bounce-back game. According to senior Wyatt Canner, the game went well as we were able to play great as a team. The team had a high percentage from 3, which definitely made an impact on their win. In the second half, Cloquet gained a rhythm and was able to close the gap to just a few shots. However, our Wolverines were able to outlast the Lumberjacks and pull away for the win. Wyatt believes that one way they can improve is by communicating all the time. This was a very successful game for our boys team, and we look forward to seeing them play again. We had a lot of Wolverine sports last week, so let's get right into them. Boys basketball played Cloquet on the 13th and won 86-65. Boys hockey played on the 15th against Proctor, winning 3-0. Then our girls hockey played on the 10th against Pine City, and they won 8-5. Then again, girls hockey played on the 13th and lost to North Shore 4-5. Then they played again on the 15th against Fort Francis. They lost 3-4 in overtime. Our girls basketball played Thief River Falls on January 9th. They won 68-33. Then they played East Grand Forks on the 10th and won 72-69. Then again, they're playing Hermantown on the 13th. They won 85-43. Now to look over next week's sports. Today we have girls basketball playing against Pequot Lakes at 6:15 at home. Boys basketball also has a fight to win away against Duluth Marshall to take on the Hilltoppers. Finaling out today's sports, boys and girls wrestling has a meet at Brooklyn Center at 5. Tomorrow, the Alpine ski team takes on a meet at Giants Ridge with the time to be determined. The dance team has a competition in Tartan. Speech has a meet at St. Francis at 9 a.m., with swimming following your team sections at Hibbing at 1:30 p.m. Lastly, for tomorrow's sports, boys hockey will have a game at 2 at home next Monday. Our Alpine ski team will have a meet at Mont du Lac next Tuesday. Boys basketball will travel to Hibbing and play the Blue Jackets at 7:15. Girls basketball will also travel to Superior at 7:15 as well. Boys hockey plays Cloquet at 7, while girls hockey takes on Cloquet at home at 7. Finally, Tuesday, our boys swimming will be at Grand Rapids at 9 p.m. Finishing off next week's sports, Thursday, the Alpine ski team will be at Lutsen Mountains Ski Arena, and girls hockey will be at Lake County Arena at 7. That's all we have for upcoming sports. And that's all we have for Rock Ridge Sports this week. I'm Playbook Pete signing out.
And now you're watching Worldwide Wolverines with Let's Go and also her class.
Daddy, who's that?
Why that's 5-time Mr. Universe winner, 7-time Mr. Olympia winner, 38th Governor of California, and the best actor of all time.
I'll be back.
When it came to his governorship, he was very influential. He created policies and laws that are still in effect to this day. And that's who Arnold Schwarzenegger is.
Wow, he led a real great life, especially considering the fact that he was an immigrant from Austria. He truly does represent the American dream.
The Esports League, led by Liam Conger, is a newer club, having been started last year. Jonathan Crane says, esports is a good place to come out and nerd out and talk about whatever in a judgment-free place. You can make new friends pretty easily, especially if you're in the same team. There are a multitude of games offered: League of Legends, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Fortnite Build, Marvel Rivals, Chess, Valorant, and Rocket League. Eligibility requirements are that students must age 12 plus or 13 plus for certain games, Students must be passing all of their classes. Students who have outstanding detentions will not be able to participate until all detentions have been served. Students who have been assigned to ISS will not be able to participate for 1 week. Contact Liam Conger for more information at liam.conger@rrps.org.
The Broadcasting Club is looking for members. The Rockridge Student Broadcasting Club is responsible for broadcasting major sporting events such as concerts, sporting events, and in-school events. The club has important events coming up soon. Senior Technical Director Noah Piran says it offers a service to the community in case they aren't able to make their kids' games or families who live a fair distance away from the family. They are working with the Minnesota Wild to bring an Ojibwe commentary game of both boys and girls hockey, so they will need all the help they can possibly get soon. As well as that, they are also partnering with HSL, Minnesota State High School League, to broadcast the state alpine and skiing tournaments. We will cut to an interview between junior Hayden Bourget and Tanner Kratua.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Who am I here with?
Tanner Crowder.
Alright, so Tanner, first question of the day is, why is the Broadcasting Club so important for the school?
Well, Broadcasting Club is important because for those who can't meet at our events can watch it on our stream on YouTube.
Alright, Tanner, what are some big events that we have coming up?
We have men's hockey, which will be done dual streamed, so we'll have Ojibwe play-by-play, and then we also have the state alpine and Nordic skiing race. That will be a 3-day event in total. Those are really important.
Tanner, who is allowed to join the club?
Anyone can join the club. Doesn't matter really what grade you are in, as long as you're good with technology and can show up to events frequently. Even if you're in a club yourself, you can show up. We really need people that are in a club like basketball, who can do play-by-play when they're not busy, and other stuff like that.
If you have any questions, you can reach out to members with these emails: nmperrin@rrps.org, tmkratua@rrps.org, or hmbauget@rrps.org if you are interested in joining or have any questions.
This week's Rockridge Wolverine of the Week was Liam Holland. Liam plays football, basketball, and runs track. His favorite hobby is playing basketball, and his favorite subject is math. Congratulations, Liam, and keep up the good work. That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch your Rockridge Rundown every Friday at 1:55 p.m. Thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.